I am Professor Chi, and I help people raise their vibration. In this video, we're going to discuss inner confidence, how inner confidence is related to Chi or energy, and knowing how the ability to be confident in each situation has a lot to do with being familiar with your internal energy. Confidence is the ability to feel comfortable in any situation. Maybe not completely comfortable, but confidence is knowing that you can perform in a way that things are going to work out. This is what confidence is. It seems as though confidence has to do with our knowledge and our life experience and perhaps age and having done things before. And this is true. That there is certainly confidence that comes with knowing how to follow protocol. There's a confidence that comes with education. There's a confidence that comes with having done things repeatedly and you know exactly what to do. This is not the kind of confidence I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of inner confidence, a confidence that's coming from the inside out. Inner confidence is very important because we can't possibly know everything. I'm not a young man, and I still don't have the confidence in all situations, because how could you possibly know everything? How could you possibly be confident in every situation, trying to rely upon your knowledge and previous experience? This is impossible. You meet lots of people who seem to be confident all the time, but oftentimes that confidence is kind of a bravado, the ability to bowl people over, the ability to lie. I mean, the ability to lie with a straight face, that gives you a tremendous amount of confidence. Furthermore, there is protocol that helps with confidence, such as being a lawyer. If you're familiar with the law, really familiar with the law, that gives you a big one-up on everybody else and tremendous amounts of confidence. There's confidence that comes from, like, medicine. If you're a doctor or a practitioner of some sort, you have a body of knowledge that gives you confidence. If you're a carpenter, you know, the ability to drive a nail. Every time that you go to swing a hammer, you know exactly what you're doing. That's confidence. This confidence is obviously a good thing, but the inner confidence that I'm speaking of has to do with being familiar with energy. Everything is made of energy. Everything is made of energy. If you are familiar with energy, then you can be somewhat familiar with the entire phenomena that's happening around us, because you understand that it's made of energy. You can sense the vibratory quality of the phenomena that's happening around you. This includes other people. This includes relationship. This can even include inanimate objects to a certain degree. Inner knowing, or being aware of energy that's inside of us, allows us to be confident in energetic situations we run into. There's a saying that says, to know all people is to know one person. To know one person is to know yourself. So knowing yourself, you can know others. Knowing yourself as energy, you can have a leg up on others in the sense that you're familiar with energy. It can appear to be psychic awareness, and psychic awareness actually is, to some degree, a familiarity with energy. You can pick up the vibration of other people. To become aware of the energy inside of us, there's lots of levels of energy inside of us. Many people are confident emotionally because they're picking up on the energy that's just below the surface in the body. Then the people that are familiar with protocol, they tend to be very familiar with the goings and comings and goings of the five senses, the things that are physical, the proven world, and they develop protocol around that, and they operate with confidence from that. If you can understand the very deepest level of energy, the high frequency waves that exist inside of the spine, if you can come from there, familiarity with that high frequency energy that everything is made of, you can have a certain degree of knowing vibrationally of what's happening around you. This feeling is very different than thinking. It is a feeling. So the inner confidence comes with being familiar with the energy, knowing what it feels like vibrationally, what that vibration feels like, and then from there, being able to draw upon what you need to know. Knowing is the ability to draw from within you what you need to know in every situation. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be, perfectly confident in every situation, but you'll have a leg up on it. And if you can be confident in your familiarity, or the more familiar you become with energy, the more confident you become in the familiarity with the vibrations that are happening around you. Not only is everything made out of energy, but information is energy as well. So if information is energy, the ability to read other people's minds in every situation is available. Now, I'm not talking about, I know what you did last Sunday and all that kind of psychic stuff. That's kind of toilet bowl level ability. I'm talking about being able to actually communicate, to know where they're coming from on a level that is unsaid, and not in an unfriendly way, but in a very friendly way. So let's say you're having an engaging conversation with somebody, and you're in touch with your energy, and they're reaching out to you, and your minds are going back and forth. Your mind will converge with their mind in such a way. It happens all the time, but we just usually don't have much confidence in it. The more you understand that these wavelengths of energy that are going back and forth that we call communication are perceptible. You don't necessarily have to wait for the words to come out. You can feel what's coming next. Feeling what's going to come next. And by the way, there is no time, so there's some kind of time lag that goes on when we are truly perceptive and in the moment that gives us an intuitive hunch about what is going to happen. We can reach into the mind of the person we're talking to and have a compatibility. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to know everything they know, but you'll get a feeling for what should be said next, or the idea will come to you. It's kind of difficult to explain because it happens so quickly that you can't really think about it. And that is the trick, my friends. You have to have inner confidence and knowing that the answer will come in every situation, and it will. If you have no confidence that the answer won't come, well then when the answer does come, you won't have confidence in it, and it'll go right by and you didn't pay any attention to it because you're too busy thinking. Sitting inside of your head and thinking is not what I'm speaking of. And many people relate this way. They're clickety-clacketing inside of their head. They're trying to think of what to say next. They're worried about how they're coming off. They're thinking about how it happened the last time they did it. All these scenarios are speeding around in their mind, and that is the energy they're paying attention to. And to have knowing, you have to be in the moment. You have to pay attention to the energy that's happening between you and the person you're conversing with. If you're doing that, there's so much information that's available in the moment that will bring inspiration. This is what I'm speaking of. Inner knowing and inner confidence is a form of inspiration. This kind of inspiration comes all at once. It doesn't trickle in like thoughts. It's a very different way of operating, but once you get the hang of it, it's exciting because, oh my, there's the answer right there. All I need to do is start talking and it'll come out. Now, thinking definitely has a part of and in this. Thinking absolutely has a part in this, in the sense that you need to know what is going to work. This is what thinking is for. Thinking creates the template or the parameter around knowing and inspiration. It creates the little gateways that open that says, oh, this is going to work. It's worked before. This is the workable concepts that will work with that level of energy. We're talking about vibrations and how these frequencies can match. So again, when you're speaking with somebody or you're in a situation, it could be a group, and there's a group frequency that's happening. There's a group level of frequency that's happening around you or the person in front of you. You will be able to match that because you're familiar with your own energy. As you project out towards that person, it's a bit like little chords, and their chord comes to you and your chord goes to them, and as they touch, as they come together, they match in frequency. That way, the thoughts that are coming to them, and it seems like thoughts, but it's really energy, the inspiration that's coming to them will match the inspiration that's coming to you, and the conversation will just evolve. The situation will just evolve. You'll have a feeling, a hunch about what to say next, an intuitive knowing of what comes next. This creates inner confidence. Inner confidence is more important than any other kind of confidence because, as I said earlier, we can't possibly know everything. The way to develop familiarity with your own energy is to get inside where that higher frequencies are, inside of the spine. Solar Qigong is the best way that I know of, and condensing breathing, to get to that place, to pull the chi around you into where you were actually beginning in the center of your spine. Become familiar with these higher frequencies inside of you through the practice of Solar Qigong, and you will be able to develop a certain level of inner knowing that will blossom into an inner confidence that, with practice, you'll be able to march into any situation, to walk into any kind of situation and feel confident, an inner confidence that shines like a light, like the sun. Give it a try. Go to solarqigong.com and learn Solar Qigong today.